Let's go to Pulau Harapan on one of the long weekends
Jadi lagi
in
di mana
May
kita hari ini?
2020.
Jadi kita lagi di Pelabuhan Muara Angke.
We started out at Pelabuhan Muara Angke, and this was all of our first times going to Muara Angke. All of the other kids were from Bandung with one other alumni beside me, and it was our first time going on an open trip too.
Udah nyampe Jakarta dari jam berapa?
Jam 2. Enggak, jam 1 kurang. Tapi tadi bookingnya atas nama orang ya, kok namanya Sinta.
So for those of you who don't know, Nautica goes on annual open water trips, but this was our first time trying out going onto one of those like vacation, having fun trips, and it was an open trip. We usually do private trips with just our gang, so this was something very new to all of us. Here's the thing, you guys, we're used to coming as early as possible and just getting on our boat and going to the islands right away. But since this is a, what do you call it, a charter boat, a commercial boat? I'm not really sure. But it takes everybody to and from Kepulauan Seribu. But this time, even though we arrived at 6 a.m., even before 6 a.m., the boat only left at 8:37. I have receipts, okay? By 10:11 a.m., we weren't even to Pramuka Island yet, and I was bored out of my mind. Oh my gosh, everybody was sleeping. But we finally arrived at 12 p.m., where we ate our lunch right away and got into our swimsuits, and here's us all ready to go on the boat.
Sekarang jam 1.30.
Ya, kita hari ini jam.
Katanya mau pergi 1.20, tapi belum ada tanda-tanda abangnya.
Belum ada tanda abang-abangnya. Abangnya masih entah kemana ya, mungkin. Ya, jadi gimana perasaannya Yola hari ini?
Aduh, hari ini pusing.
Aduh, pusing.
Pusing tapi ya semangat.
Oke, semangat ya Yola. Gimana?
Kayaknya kan katanya kalau nggak sempet nggak jadi. Kayaknya emang sengaja nggak disempetin deh.
Kayaknya iya deh.
Mikirnya jahat banget gue.
Astagfirullah.
Anyways, yeah, you get the gist of an open trip, right? So we just spent our time making videos for the upcoming class of Nautica. Class angkatan, what do you call it?
Kami tunggu di laut.
Finally on our way to Dolphin Island, which is a whole other thing, and we'll talk about that later, but pro tip, if you're going somewhere with salty water, please bring a bottle that can sustain cold temperatures for a long time, and then buy some orange juice with iced orange juice. Put it in that bottle and just let it sit for the 4 hours where you go swimming in the ocean, because that will be a lifesaver when you're done and everybody's going to want your drink. We're used to free diving, skin diving, snorkeling, whatever you want to call it, but we did not expect the open trip would be something like this. In hindsight, now that I think about it, yeah, you should expect open trip to be like this, but you know. We ended up wanting to make the best with what we've got, because when else could Nautica go to an island and go on a banana boat? What? So here's Akmal chasing down the other person that was in our group to ask if she wanted to go on a banana boat with us, and yeah, she did.
Ini literally liburan.
Iya.
Main air.
Gak apa lah, bener-bener aku kapan lagi ke pulau beneran nyantai doang.
Iya.
So, did you guys know that banana boats take literally all of 2 minutes of your time? And it's not even that fast, honestly. Wow, my expectations were so over the top. Too high of expectations, you know, don't set your expectations too high, I get it now. But yeah, this is a once in a lifetime thing. Let me assure you that I will not be doing this banana boat thing again. Let's just stick to diving, shall we? That was generally such a okay moment, but you know what, thanks for the experience, I enjoyed it nonetheless. What better way to spend the time in the ocean than to be in the ocean? This is really funny, but everybody that I saw on these islands that weren't like in the water, actually in the water, wore the exact same thing that I saw on Tokopedia and Shopee and Pinterest. Like all the same color schemes, all the same type of clothes, so nice, funny. Anyway, shout out to Bang Hernan for buying us all of these gorengan. That was very thoughtful of him. We were bored enough by this point, so we decided we really wanted to go snorkeling, so we just got on the boat ourselves. We don't know where the tour guide went, so this is Bang Hernan pulling the rope of the boat so that we could hop on. And this is where the fun begins, or as much fun as you can hope for in Kepulauan Seribu, or at least Pulau Harapan, okay? I know the corals are not the best, but we're just here for the ocean. This is extremely uncolor graded footage of us trying out the camera. Here's the team, guys. I'm trying to put everybody's footage inside here, but they're mostly 23 and 24 if I'm not mistaken. Please be careful when you're going alone and going away from the group, because sometimes when you look back, it turns out the boat is kind of far away and you're kind of alone, which is kind of really unsafe. Keep that in mind. Here's our many trials of mengibarkan bendera di bawah air, but we kind of just gave up. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, remember your roots, kids. I know I've said this so many times, but I'm really so grateful of having the chance to be a part of Nautica. But let's talk about the more technical side of things. These were the first people that taught me how to dive, and I'm very, very, very grateful and appreciative of that, because now, as you all know, it has become kind of a trend, and I really like being in the water. I'm the most comfortable in the water also. But yeah, I'm just glad that I learned all of this, what is it now, 5 years ago? Wow. With all of my seniors, all of my classmates. Shout out to you guys. Love you so much wherever you are. Here's the rest of that footage. Getting cramps in the ocean is no joke. Oh my god. There was a moment there where I was like, how am I supposed to swim back to the top? But we did it. I was so fascinated with sea urchins, bulu babi, especially like huge ones. I've never really seen huge ones before this particular dive, but then after this I went to Bali and I saw a bunch, so that was also very cool. That video is coming up soon. The question you might pose is, Alia, why are you putting it literally every single footage? Well, I would say, first of all, that isn't true. I did leave out some. Second of all, because I want to delete everything on my camera and on my phone that I don't need, so I can put in more footage. But yeah, I still want to be able to look at it from time to time. If I want to look at it, I want to have a choice at least. So this will be all going up on YouTube for my own personal needs. Here's the orange juice I was talking about. Everybody wants a sip. And now it's time to go back to the hostel. It was nighttime by that time that we arrived. These are all the boats that are competing with us. So, funny story, our boat is like the slowest boat on the water. And nobody mentioned it until like the end, where we were like, guys, don't be late to go on the boat. Udah tahu perahu kita yang paling lambat jalannya, because all of the other boats kept passing us. This is where we hung up all of our wet clothes, and lo and behold, it's not really the middle of the night. I was going to say the middle of the night, but this is more like very early morning, maybe 3-4 a.m. You look up the door and it is raining very, very hard. It is a rainstorm, and all of our clothes are gone. Yeah, they are not on the clothesline anymore, and when you look down, there it is, buried in the sand. This is me and Hanan going downstairs to pick up our stuff from the sand, because wow, it started being wet outside, and it's like it never rained at all, but we still needed to use either a hat or an umbrella. After that, we went across this hill of, it's not really a hill, but like this where styrofoams go when they're done being used. So tiny landfill, which borders our hostel to this little small beach area. I wouldn't even call it a beach actually, but it was very, very surut. I can't think of the English word for it right now. And then it was finally time to go back home. We were all so tired at this point, so let's just go.
Paddleboard. Gue selalu pengen. Kalau gue tinggal deket pantai, gue pengen punya paddleboard.
These two literally almost got left behind. Like the rope was off the boat, and then we're like, wait. We're missing 2 people, so they were jajan. We didn't go home straight away, even though we already bring all of our clothes, so we didn't have to go back to the hostel. We packed up our bags already, but we're going to the Penangkaran Penyu, whatever island that is called first. I think it's Kelapa, one of the Kelapas. So I like having footage because I kind of forgot some of these things happen. This was before the Penangkaran Penyu Island. This was actually the one of the Kelapas. I think it's Kelapa kecil, because I think Kelapa besar is the one that nyambung to Pulau Harapan. You're gonna need to fact check me on that. Here are some of our very backlit photos and the video that I'm not even sure if they ended up using, but I wouldn't blame them if they did it. We sat there for some time just waiting for the tour guide to call us back on the boat, and I just kept dunking my camera in any water that I could find, honestly. We were back on the boat at noon. You had to pay 2.000 again to, I don't even know to what. We jajan beforehand, of course, had to meet the pilot and all of that stuff. Wanted to get a spot downstairs because we thought maybe it would be cooler, and it was kind of, but in the beginning it was really, really hot. We were really, really sweaty. And that's the end of our journey. Another 3-4 hours on the ocean, but we finally made it back to Muara Angke, back to Jakarta, and back to civilization as we know it. We ended up eating at Blok M after this, and thank you everyone who went on this trip.